Hi guys and welcome back to Christian Cast where I build baits so you don't have to. Today I've got something very special. A friend of mine actually was on a trip in Japan and he brought me this cool little goodie bag with back from his holiday, and we're gonna take a look what it is today because I just told him if he's there because they have got the coolest lures, they've got the coolest reels, well I at least think they do, and we're gonna take a look. I sent him some brands of different baits and told him he should just choose what he actually thinks would catch, and he actually doesn't fish at all. So we're gonna take a look at what he actually brought us, and I'm really excited to see it because it's somehow a surprise package. And I'll straight away pop you guys over to the desk and we'll get started. Open them all, take a look, get a little bit of inspiration for my bait builds myself because we are still waiting for some parts for the curing station, and I'm actually wanting to finish that project before going into more of the lure building, that I can harden it properly in that station. So I'm still waiting for a motor, and I ordered some aluminium foil and somehow got lost, and I'm still waiting for that as well. And also the motor took quite a while to order because I ordered two different ones that we can then see which speed is the best version for the spinning of our lure itself. But that I'll anyway show you guys. I hope that I'll have all the parts by next week, and then we'll completely finish the build. I also printed already holders for the lamps and everything, and that's why we're going to take a look at what is in this bag, and I'll pop you guys over straight away. So, welcome to the disc, and as you see, it is in the original baggie from the fishing store, and we'll straight away take a look at what we got. So I'll just grab one all out after the other. So I think it's gonna be, what I see, it is quite duo. It's gonna be mainly duo, maybe in different variations I see, and I really like this brand. I actually even got my Spear box, and as you see, I've got 3 already, and we'll see what he actually brought us and then pop them back into here, and then we'll see what we'll get up with a nice lineup for trout fishing and things like that. So I'll straight away open them and we'll take a look at what they look like. Isn't that cool? I just love that optic. I'm gonna also try and do things like that with foils, and it is really cool. They're really well made and they run really well. So I'll pop this one over to the side. We'll leave him right here that you guys can still see him, and then we'll grab the next. So it's another Spearhead Ryuki, and it's a bigger size, also quite gold. I'm actually hoping that they're not all too gold, but that is also cool with the green, and it has got a different optic as well. So if you look at this one, they've got different foils in, or it seems at least like that. So this is the Ryuki Spearhead, something I can't read. And I always like to see how they actually are built up in the middle, because you actually can see how the lure is built, and that also helps quite a lot with me actually trying to make lures myself. You can actually see that could be a weight chamber, where you could place your weights about the size and things like that. So it's really cool to get lures like this because you actually can really see a lot and how they actually work and things like that. So I'll pop them back here, and we'll straight away pop the next one out. It's another Spearhead Ryuki, but a Awabi. So we'll straight away look at that. Also looks quite cool. Seems like there's a foil underneath. Take a look at that. They actually enclosed something like it is actually a foil. I can actually see that there's a foil underneath. I don't know if it focuses. I'll try and make it focus. I don't know if you guys can see that is like a foil under this like clear coat, and that looks really cool. I'm very sure that this will really get quite a hit. I'll be using these hopefully for trout in the future again. Then we've got another small one, also quite trout optic like, I would say. Really cool. I think we're just gonna be ending up with spearheads. But I actually really love them, so I am not complaining. And I would never complain about a gift. So look at this. Isn't that cool? Look at how holographic that is. That's gonna play very well underwater with light. So on really nice days with very clear water, sun, that will be a real... Hey, that's now something different. It actually has a single hook that is weighted, but just look at how cool they are and how shiny. Struggling to get that one out, so I'll close this side. There we go. That is something different. I think I've never had a lure with little weighted hooks like this. But there you go, we'll see. It's another Ryuki spearhead. I think we pretty much are gonna be having a lot of them because this is another spearhead. I'm really interested to also see how they actually run, because with these weighted hooks, if that actually disturbs the run itself, or if that doesn't really matter too much. So we'll grab this one out. This is a bit a brighter one. I'm not too sure what you think this would catch. I have no idea, but they are really nicely made. It's always cool to see, and we will take them and look at also paint schemes, because that pink and black is actually really cool, and I might try and make a own version of that for my own baits. And then we've got another small little goldfish. It says made in Japan. So let's see this little one. Oh, this is really cute. This is really cute. So how heavy is this? 2.8 grams. So this is a small little gold shiny. I would like to also do some baits like this that are really small and also run well, because that's quite a tough thing to do with smaller lures. But we'll try and do that in the future as well. I anyway want to do a little bit more and different lure designs, because I somehow get stuck often with different types, and I would like to make different variations and see what we can actually make. Another very small one, similar to a fire tiger, just not as bright, but really cool for murkier water. I think we are pretty much set with these. Just take a look at that. Another 2.8 gram one. It's got a nice little silver cheek. Look at that. And a nice orange belly. And then we've still got two. Then we've got another one of these. I think that's actually the same than we had already. Or is that a different color? Oh, I think this is the same one we already opened. Oh. Not completely. That's gonna be interesting to compare, because it's a different body form but the same paint scheme. I also love this blue and bronze orange. Really cool. Really cool. And then we've still got one last one. It's another Spearhead Ryuki Awabi. I don't know if I am massacring the names, but well, just take them out, take a look, and then I'll line them all up and we'll see what we get. So take a look at this. This is also really cool. It's got that foil underneath and this like glittery, like glossy top coat over it. Really cool. Really cool. So this is the best thing you can bring me from Japan, because I can take this out and really see if we can get things. Something that I also really love of this brand is the Spearhead. I actually fish a lot of Spearhead baits, so it's funny that he actually got this model, because I just told him that I really like the DUO, and then he brought these. So that's quite cool, and I really like this model as well. It really works well, swims beautifully, so that is a must. I sadly lost one already once, and I was quite sad, so I had to get exactly the same one again, but everybody knows that feeling. So now I'll just show you once more all of them, and maybe drop in the comments which one you would like to fish most. And we'll start off with this one. I think this is one of my favorites, because it's a little bit of something different, because I've got something similar, and you'll see this one has got a lot of time already in water, and the foil is damaged and it is starting to really scratch up quite badly, but it still catches, so I am not sending it into retirement yet, but I will keep on fishing it until I lose it or it completely loses the color and doesn't catch fish anymore, but that I don't think will happen. So I really like this one, I think, the most. Then we've got these, and the hooks are quite sharp. And another one. And I also like him a lot because he's very shiny. The foil comes out beautifully on this one. This is something I'm gonna try myself with the colors, because I like this blue, copper, orangey, bronze mix. Really cool. Nice. I'm also really interested to see what the difference in the run is between these two. We'll test that. Then we've still got this pink bright color, maybe for really murky water. Otherwise I don't really typically fish anything too bright, although I will fish this also in sunny weather because it is really cool. I see that there's some very small lures as well, and we will be taking them actually, and I might get into some ultralight or bait finesse fishing in the future, and we'll be taking these out and testing them to see what we're able to get with these small beautiful lures. I might take them with on my trip abroad, but that's a different topic, and we'll see. They've some of them also have got rattles in. Really cool. So that's gonna be it. Leave in your comments what your favorite lure is and which one you would love to test, and maybe which optic I should try first to reproduce, and then I'll get you guys back for the outro. I'll set everything up in my fishing tackle box, and then we are ready for the next season once the trout season starts again, because that's going to be the main target fish I will be going after with these lures. So I'll see you soon for the outro. So it isn't the outro yet. I just had to get you guys quickly back, because while I was actually going ahead to throw these away, I showed you these two, and I just wanted to got the hook into a salad already. So I showed you these two, and these were the Awabi or something like that. And while turning it around, I actually saw that this is actually a special model that is made with a natural abalone sheet that is hand applied on the body one for one. So that is just really cool to see that a big brand like this also does something that goes more into the direction of a own build, and that's why these are so shiny. So it's not a foil, I was actually wrong. That is actually something really cool, and I will really treasure these. We'll maybe take them out, fish them, see if we get something, and otherwise I hope I don't lose them, and otherwise I will just keep them as something like a little bit of a treasure in my collection, because that is really cool. And otherwise I also saw that this one has got a swivel in the front hook hanger. So that is something really cool that I also will try and do with future lures of mine, that instead of using the hook hangers that I actually am using right now, that I find a way to maybe split the bait or do something like that, that I can actually place a swivel in there, or maybe even imprint it, but I'm not too sure how I best do that yet. But that is something that I really would like to do in the future, so we'll see how that goes. And now I'll get you guys back for the outro, and we'll see each other. So, welcome back to the outro, now the real one. I think my friend did an amazing job of finding lures that will actually catch me something. He didn't get something too bright. There's one that I personally am not too sure in which situations I would use it. That's the pink one, but I'll in murky water see how it is. I just haven't had a lot of luck with colors like that. Otherwise, I think that this is a amazing souvenir for somebody that loves fishing, and a tip for everybody that has got a friend and is visiting Japan, bring him home some Japanese lures. They are really cool. I just love them. I didn't have too many of them because they aren't too easy to get around in my region, and you always have to order them. And I thought I'll just use the moment, ask him if he gets time over there to pop into a shop. He should just grab some lures for me and bring them over as a souvenir. And I'm really happy and looking forward to test them. So we'll see how that goes. And otherwise, which one would you guys use, and which one do you like the most from the unboxing today? And we'll see each other for next week's video. I hope that I get everything for the build, and then we'll maybe try and do some color schemes or some new lures as well. It's cool to have some inspiration. And otherwise, stay safe, keep on fishing, and we'll see each other for next week's video.